From the moment he stepped on the dimly lit street stage in Manila, people whispered the same nickname, Elvis Boy. His real name was Ramon, a 26-year-old street singer with slick black hair, a cracked leather jacket, and a voice that carried the ache of someone who had lived far more life than his age would suggest. Every night he sang classic old tunes, hoping tourists would drop a few coins, enough for food, enough for rent, enough to keep a dream alive that he wasn't even sure he believed in anymore. But there was something different about tonight. His eyes burned with determination, his hands trembled, not from fear, but from the weight of a promise he made to someone who wasn't there anymore, his mother, the only person who ever believed he could be more. The painful beginning. Ramon's mother had passed away just 6 months earlier, cancer, quiet, merciless, and unstoppable. Her last words still echoed in his memory, Yannick, your voice is a gift. Don't hide it from the world. But how could he dream big when reality punched harder every day? Rent was overdue, his guitar was taped together, that he barely ate 2 meals a day, but he held on to that promise like it was the last piece of her he had left. One day, while singing outside a small cafe, a stranger approached him. You sound like Elvis, the man said with a smile. You should audition for the talent show downtown. The judges are here only this week. Ramon's heart skipped. A real audition, a real stage, a real chance. That night, he couldn't sleep, but he kept imagining his mother's smile, her voice whispering, go. So he went to the audition that broke him. The hall was massive, bright stage lights, polished floors, judges behind a long desk. He felt tiny, but hopeful. When they called his name, he stepped forward, adjusted his guitar strap, and began singing one of the most iconic Elvis classics. His voice echoed, soulful and trembling, but he barely finished 10 seconds before one of the judges raised a hand. Stop. The word sliced through the air like a blade. Ramon froze, confusion flooding his eyes. Your sound is outdated, the judge said coldly. We're looking for originality, not cheap impersonations. It's not an impersonation, sir, Ramon whispered. This is who I thank you. Next. That was it. 10 seconds. 10 seconds to destroy a lifetime of hope. He walked off the stage, heart heavy, vision blurry. He tried to smile, but tears spilled before he could turn away. Outside, he sank onto the steps and covered his face. He wasn't embarrassed, he was broken. He had failed his mother. He had failed himself. He had failed the dream he never thought he deserved. The stranger who changed everything. As people hurried past him, a soft voice spoke. The judge has no idea what he's talking about. Ramon looked up. A woman stood there, mid-30s, warm eyes, holding a small camera. I filmed your audition, she said. I'm a content creator. I want to post your clip, if that's okay? Ramon blinked. Why? They didn't even let me finish. But your voice, she smiled. Even in 10 seconds, I felt something. He hesitated, then nodded. That night, alone in his tiny room, he replayed the humiliation over and over, but he also replayed the woman's words, I felt something. He didn't know how much those words were about to change his life. When the world heard the 10 seconds be morning, his phone was buzzing uncontrollably. The video had gone viral and millions of views, comments flooding in. Who is this guy? Why did they stop him? He's amazing. We want the full song. Give him another chance. Someone wrote, his voice sounds like pain wrapped in velvet. Ramon cried, not from sadness, but from finally feeling seen. Suddenly, radio stations were looking for him, local cafes wanted him to perform, and the talent show audience demanded he be invited back, but the producers didn't call. So Ramon made a decision, a bold one. He would go back on his own terms. The comeback of ALAFTAM. The talent show held an open mic charity night to support young artists. Anyone could perform. Ramon showed up wearing the same cracked leather jacket, the same taped guitar. But a completely different heart this time. He wasn't singing for judges, not for approval, not for fame. He was singing for his mother, for the kid he used to be, for the millions who believed in him when the judges didn't give him a chance. He stepped onto the stage, lights dimmed, the crowd murmured. Recognizing him from the viral clip, someone shouted, let him finish the song this time. The room erupted with applause. Ramon inhaled deeply, and began to sing, but this wasn't the same voice. It was stronger, deeper, filled with fire and grief and hope all at once. People stopped breathing, some wiped tears, some filmed with shaking hands. He poured his soul into every note, every lyric felt like a confession, every breath carried a memory. When he finished, the entire hall stood. A standing ovation, thunderous, roaring. Even the judge who stopped him was in the crowd, eyes wide, face humbled. He approached Ramon afterward. I was wrong, the judge said quietly. You're not trying to be Elvis. You're carrying his spirit with your own heart. I apologize. Ramon smiled, not in triumph, but in peace. Thank you, sir. But I didn't come back for you. I came back for me. The TRANSFRMATION. From that night on, everything changed. Concert invitations, TV guestings, a sponsorship deal for a new guitar, and opportunities far bigger than he ever imagined. But the biggest change wasn't fame, it was his belief. He finally believed what his mother always knew.